Stop wasting time pretending that your freedom, your values, your very rights are unquestionable truths carved in stone. They're not. Every system that promised universal human rights has broken those promises in ways you feel deep in your bones. When laws protect some, but crush others. When ideals become excuses for control, not liberation. That frustration you carry, that rage against injustice, it's not just noise. It's a call to awaken. It's the crack in the system screaming that something is fundamentally wrong with how we think about rights. Are they the same everywhere? Or do they shift like sand beneath different skies? Forget what you thought you knew. Rights are not automatic passports stamped by governments or handed out like candy. They exist only if defended fiercely, only if understood not as rituals, but as weapons to fight the ever-changing tides of power and greed. You want solutions? Then stop looking for comfort in tired debates about universality versus context. This is about seizing radical responsibility to rethink everything. Your mission is to rip apart those fragile assumptions that say human rights are static. They're not. They're fragile, malleable, and only meaningful if wielded consciously. By you, not bureaucrats or ideologues. Here's the brutal truth nobody talks about. Most rights are illusions until people build real systems that sustain them beyond borders and traditions. The world's current frameworks trap you inside narratives that serve control, not freedom. They glorify compliance, not courage. But you don't have to be trapped. You can harness the power of strategic globalization to forge networks of fierce individuals, transcending nations and archaic rulebooks, building collective strength to enforce rights as dynamic forces. Connect relentlessly with those rare, capable minds who refuse to accept broken status quos. Build autonomous communities that don't beg systems for permission, but create new realities where rights are guarantees carved by unified, self-directed individuals. But this takes more than hope. It's tactical, raw work. You must embrace absolute freedom to choose what rights matter, refusing inherited scripts that shackle you to outdated dogmas. Demand dynamic meritocracy, where protection and power follow ability, respect, and contribution, not identity or identity politics. Demand capitalism that funds transformation, not stagnation. Markets must fuel human rights movements that shatter borders, not entrench tribalism. This means thinking bigger, but also acting concretely. Build scalable platforms for accountability. Use technology not as an opiate, but as a spotlight, exposing abuses and amplifying voices drowned by silence. Stop waiting for permission. Forge partnerships that strike at corrupt power networks and create pressure so immense they can't deny justice. This is not for the comfortable meek or the cynics who say nothing will ever change. It's for the few who burn with the weight of potential suppressed by systems built on lies. Your frustration is fuel. Transform it into relentless action. Find those who think like you, who want not just to talk, but to dismantle illusions and rebuild from the ground up. Demand a world where human rights are not fragile hopes, but solid, global forces. Contextual, yes, but always pushing toward an ever higher horizon of freedom, respect, and human dignity. You are not victims of broken promises. You are architects of a new order. A world where human rights aren't given. They're built by the connected few who refuse to accept the status quo. This fight begins now, with you choosing to step out of the shadows of obedience and become a relentless creator of change. Refuse complacency. Refuse silence. Demand more than universal words. Demand universal action that actually delivers. The world is waiting. Will you rise?